Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I'm playing with Paw Your Way Into Our Hearts and Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. This is from Hollie, who's Ivy Call Creations, and I will have Hollie linked below. And I'm gonna do this couple pictures of my daughter and our neighbor's new puppy. New puppy a couple years ago, but and I pulled out these papers. So the rainbow one is from Paint a Rainbow from Scrap a Sketch. The pink one is from Echo Park and one of their craft kits. And then that yellow with the pink polka dot is from Photo Play. And I'm gonna rip this paper with the rainbows, because why not? With a new puppy, oh, of course. And then this pink is like really bright and it is in those rainbows, and so they match really well. And I was like, yep, totally gonna use some more of this. It is in at least a couple other layouts that have been up or will be up. So, yay. You hear my dog in the background? It's perfect for this layout, I guess. So I'm just tearing in and getting this layer in there. Hollie's got 2 layers and then 4 pictures. I'm going to have the 2 layers. My middle part is actually going to be this pattern paper instead of just a clear cardstock kind of thing, because those colors are also in this rainbow, and why not? Go bold. I love lots of color on my layouts. Yeah, lots of color on my layouts. Typically, yeah. So I am gonna cut this down though and save those end pieces. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. They're gonna go into my scrap bag for my counterfeit kit stuff so far, but this is all you're gonna see. And that paper is so pretty on the back, and not to be able to use the florals. Oh, yeah, look at those florals. But that would have been too much with everything else. But oh, aren't they pretty? Oh, so yeah, I wanted to save a little bit of that. Do I always save stuff? No, but totally gonna save that. So, and then so it's just going on white cardstock. You won't see any of the white cardstock, so I could have used anything. I could have used a piece of pattern paper that I absolutely despise and won't ever use, because you know you probably have 1 or 2 of them in your stash that you're like, what will I do with this? I could create right on top and hide all of it. So like, don't be afraid to do those kind of things too. And then I don't have enough pink to go all the way, so I'm just going to layer a couple of different torn edges of this, and look, I think it looks awesome. Getting the top corner on. This layout actually comes together pretty quickly. My video's not even 10 minutes long. I do speed up my videos even when they're shorter, just because I move fairly slow when I scrapbook. So I do speed it up. However, in total, this layout took me a half an hour to do with the, oh, I have to go find more cardstock. Oh, kind of stuff. So let me look at the letters kind of thing. So I'm going to layer this pink the same way with that extra little bit. And yeah, just trim that off a little bit. I'm going to ruffle this up a little bit, but it's not going to need it because that's where the pictures are going to go. So Hollie's has her sketch. She's got 4 across. I have this really big one that's a 4x6 that is not going to get cut down, because who do you cut out? The puppy or the girl? Neither. You're cutting out neither. So, and yes, I could have reprinted this at a smaller picture page, but it's really cute. And so this is the first day home from Tickler, and Evie was really excited about having a puppy next door, and so she like came in and stole my phone and took some selfies. And this is this little one of this little gaffer he doesn't look very happy for the picture that I'm doing. This is before she like said hello to him, so he's been pretty shy and a little timid. And what's going on? There's like this big dog in here before. I don't know if I'm supposed to be scared. So he's being a little timid. And then this one of her and him after are them together, and they are the best buds. This little guy is not as little. He's a little lab, so he's pretty little compared to our big German Shepherd Mastiff cross. So, but he's always so happy to see everybody. He's like typical lab. So, lots of cuddles, lots of kisses. So, I'm putting some foam on this over top of where those are overlapped because there is a bit of a ridge there. And so doing this means that it will give some support where it needs it. I did also add some foam to the puppy pick so that it is easy and overlaps. And then I did set my date stamp because I know this is November 17th back in 2024. But I didn't know if I was going to I probably would have remembered that when I went to do this, but yeah. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of messy date stamping, mostly because the first one didn't stamp very well, so we're going all in so that there is one there that is legible. So most of them are not really, but one of them you can read. It says November 17th. That one does have a year on it for my date stamp, but my year's not correct. So, or it doesn't go up to 2024. So I think the last it does is 21. So I just covered it up with some washi tape when I stamped it and then took it off so that I didn't get the year there, and not a big deal. Then I'm putting on New Puppy as my title in 2 different black fonts because E's are a problem. I have too many things for E's. And you also saw me do that journaling, which says, Jim, our neighbor, got a new puppy. You were enraptured. And I just added Tickler and Evie. And then adding a couple of stickers. So this is from Photoplay 2. It is the same paper collection as that yellow paper that's with the polka dot. So I thought, why not? So this little flower and the hello. And the little flower is funny because Jim moved in with his mom, who was in her 90s, and Elizabeth was quite the gardener for quite some time. And then they got a puppy. So it's just little things for me to be funny in my head, and nobody else will actually understand, but who cares? I don't even have to explain that to anybody. Nobody will know. But I thought it was funny to put, I think that's a daffodil on here, because Elizabeth, who was like a grandparent to our kiddos, did have lots of flowers. She had a beautiful yard. So, and then some dollar store jewels to add some sparkle. There was a little bit of black on the top part of my rainbow for ink. I don't know what I did, but I decided to grunge it up. So I'm going to put some ink everywhere. Look at all that ink. And yes, it's messy, and I thought I wanted it that way. So all good. I'm leaning into the grungy. I'm using a wet wipe to like smudge it some more because I wanted to do that. That's all. That's really so taping down those corners. And here we go. So there are 2 playlists linked below. One for Paw Your Way into Our Hearts, where everybody is doing their pets for scrapbooking, and one for 30 Days of Sketches, Christy's Beautiful Life Series 20. And so there is a ton of inspiration there. So make sure you go take a look at what everybody else did with Hollie's sketch. And there it is. Thank you so much for being here today. If you liked my video, I would really appreciate that thumbs up. I would also love to have you here as a subscriber, and I always respond to my comments. Thank you so much again. Have a great day.